I'm not that person who says Buddhism is a must and a should. His Holiness has said this a lot, and I really feel that what His Holiness says is actually really true. He says that love can be expressed in many ways, and that not just through Buddhism but through all religion. Love is being expressed through all religion, and that one it really touches me, and I think that is true. And therefore, regarding Buddhism, for me it has changed my life a lot. As a person who at a young age was recognized and all of that, and how in your sort of like your teenage times you go all crazy and you're all over the place and not sure about life and this and that. So for me also, I've been through something like that, and after I started entering the university, the Buddhist monastic university studies, and I learned especially about the paramitas, it really changed me, personally, at a personal level. It really helped, not changed me, but helped me to get through, all of that. And I wouldn't say that it's a positive result, but I'm happy with whatever result has come out, especially regarding my, spiritual side, sort of my spiritual side sort of thing. So on that basis, I think to a lot of people, Buddhism is appealing because the importance of Buddhism is because it really shows you a path. A lot of people nowadays, if you look into the world, the main problem is people are lost. mentally, not mentally crazy, but lost. And they are very, disconnected with their self, their self in themselves. They're very disconnected with themselves in many different levels. And the world, if you go into the world in this age, the promotions that the world gives you is a lot of those things are based on challenges and needs and temptations and all of that. So it's based a lot on that. At a basic level, the basis of understanding who you are, what your path is. I think for a lot of people, Buddhism appeals because of that. And on a second level, if you are a believer in past and future lives, and a believer of a faithful person, one of the things about all religion is you need faith. No matter how crazy the faith is, you need some faith. And regarding Buddhism, what it is at the beginning you have to have faith, but at the end faith doesn't really help you at the end, but at the beginning faith is a must. So if you are someone who who has a little bit of faith, then it can really work. You can really work on your mind. That's the second thing. And the third thing is what I just said. You work on your mind. You see, if you study through Buddhism, the Lamrim, that and this, all of those are methods to work on the mind, nothing else. And because if you look from one concept, because when you talk about samsara and you talk about your problem within samsara and all of that, then most of the problems are related to the mind as well. So therefore, Buddhism is a method to tweak your mind, work on your mind, and that's the utmost important thing about Buddhism. It really does help you work on your mind. So no matter how stressful a situation might be, it depends how stressful the situation is, and how you take the stress depends on your mind, no matter what condition. You might be living in a hot desert or a frozen land or wherever you are, based on your mind, then based on the level of your mind, then your reactions, your experiences of that condition arises. So therefore, I think the third most important part about Buddhism, I think, comes back to the mind, is working on your mind, working it to a level where you can actually sustain in any situation, be able to confront any problem without having those mental mental afflictions. So I think that's one of the main reasons why Buddhism is very important.